Alright, so the Bangor City Forest Trails. We're right here. Our plan today is to come up here, do this bog boardwalk, and then continue, I don't know where. I guess we'll find out as the day goes on.
Yeah, depending on how far this is.
Yeah, we don't have any mileage markers, so we're just going to play it by ear. Alright, I think this is the loop we're going to start on. So 3.8 miles on the loop, and then we're going to branch off and take the bog walk.
Yeah. And
a couple others. So I don't know, that's about right for us. We like 5-mile hikes. Oh, bicycle.
Oh. That's so
You bet. I knew I heard something, but I didn't I didn't hear a bell.
No. We don't have bells on bikes.
So anyway, here we go. Let's go check it out. Alright, so we made it to the Orano Bog Boardwalk. So this boardwalk should be pretty cool, right? Because it's, what'd you say, it's floating?
Yes, they do have devices that keep the boards up.
Yeah, that should be pretty cool to check out.
Because the water level
rises and goes down. Yeah, so, I mean, we just did the first leg. Well marked. There are restrooms back behind already on the trail. And a nice wide trail, as you can tell. So, alright, let's go check out the bog walk. Orano Bog Boardwalk. Alright. So on the main trail, there was no pets allowed, even though we saw a dog. So I don't know, I'll have to revisit that. You can ride bicycles on the main trail. Now we're on the bog trail, and no bicycles, no jogging on the bog trail. So it should be pretty peaceful. There you go. So, is it, oh yeah, so it moves. So is it so much that it floats, or is it on, yeah, I think these posts must be into the ground. And maybe these,
but they do have flotation devices in
so that they can, so that this can raise on those posts. Okay, that's what works. So there's posts, and then there are brackets like this that normally have posts in them, and as the water rises, flotation will bring the deck up on the posts. I get it. Pretty good. So Diane said when she read about this bog walk, she read that because of the what in the soil?
Peat. Because
of the peat in the soil, the trees would not grow more than 6 feet tall. But obviously, the trees are more than 6 foot tall, so it's nice and shaded. And so far, with all the water and the trees and the vegetation, we haven't had any bugs.
No.
So as of yet, no mosquitoes, but the day is young. All right, so now we have walked the short straight stretch, and now we've come to the loop part. There you go. So we're going this way. We had read where this was originally done out of hemlock, and recently they redone it with a Trex decking or a composite decking of some sort, so it really is nice. And then they have these little stations like this with a bench, so it's pretty good for everybody. I mean, it's obviously level, easy walking. If you need to sit down and rest a little bit, there you go. As we walk around, we see a lot of trees falling over. You know, they have no tap roots because the water is so high that there's nothing holding them in place. I'm surprised there aren't more trees that have fallen over, even though there certainly are a number of them. So right now we're on an island. So here you go, a little update. So here's where we started, came in, and then there's the loop, right? So what's this, number 3? Mm. So now we're right here at number 3. So there you go.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yeah, look at the difference in the trees. Look at the vegetation now. So just a little bit ago we made comment that Diane read that the trees didn't get more than 6 feet, and we were in some pretty good sized trees, but now we've changed. It's a little different. Yeah, so as Diane pointed out, the difference is back at the other stations we stopped at, the depth of the peat was, you know, not very deep. Half that. So the trees could grow. Now look at the depth of the peat, which in turn causes this. Yeah. Pretty cool. Now to go along with that, where I mentioned before that the trail was all shaded, which I'm sure we go back to the main trail, it'll be all shaded again. But when you come out to the bog trail and get out this far, now you're not in the shade. No. Suntan lotion. So check out some of these plants like over there. So they feed on bugs because they can't get any nutrition from the peat, right? So inside those plants are a liquid that attracts the bugs. The bugs get in there and then they drown and the plants live off of the bugs. Yeah, pretty cool. So at Station 6, it's a hydrological research station. So check this out. First thing is, look how deep the peat is now. So at the beginning of the trail, it's like way up here. Then got to 10, 15 the last time. Now look. And then check this out. It's pretty cool. You have this gauge over here. So the inner tube will rise and lower with the water depth down below. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, this is a cool walk. Don't kick the camera. Now we're working ourselves back into the taller trees, so no doubt the next station that we stop at, the peat level will be a lot more shallow. All right, that's the loop. Exit out this way and back to our straight stretch, back to the main trailhead. Or main trail, I should say. Alright, so we made it back from the Orano bog. So we did that. Now we're here. We're going to keep on cruising. Alright, coming up to another fork in the road. Number 3. Started here, went up here, did that, come up here, 3. Now we can take Deer Trail or continue. A lot of trails out here. Alright, so the Orano Bog Boardwalk was actually 0.93 miles. So we're at 3. We're going to continue on. It's a good trail. The only thing we're thinking about today is with Diane's effects. I know she hates talking about her effects from the Lyme disease that she's dealing with right now. Her energy level is a little bit on the downside today, right? She won't say anything about it, but she says she's up for the 5 miles, so we'll go until she says she's not, or we'll do the 5 miles. Raccoon Trail, that's one of the more unimproved trails, right? So there's a number of trails that we're not going to walk today, so you could come out here a couple days easy, 2-3 days, and walk trails or ride bikes. Moose Trail. If we were guaranteed to see a moose, would you go down there?
Yeah.
I don't think there's that guarantee. There's Raccoon Trail. Really pretty peaceful out here on this hike. We do have some youngsters back a little ways that are pretty loud and obnoxious. Other than that, really a nice hike for a walk. Squirrel Trail. Yeah, that looks pretty mellow. Well, I think what we're going to do, we got some, that's the loud group back there. I think we're going to go up here, find a place to just settle off to the side of the trail and let those loud kids go on by. Nothing against kids, but damn, this batch is loud. All right, we pulled off the trail. There was like 6 teenage girls,
Yeah.
and 1 boy, poor guy.
Oh,
and then a father or a leader dude. He was at the end. We walked off the side of the trail over here and just stood, let him go by. He was at the end of the trail and he just kind of waved, goes, hi. You could tell he's like, oh
he
man.
wanted to tag with us.
Yeah, he probably wanted to hang with us for a while, let those yackers go. The good thing is they're ahead of us, the two loud ones are leading the pack, and now their mouths are pointing that way.
Okay.
So it's pretty quiet right now. We're going to continue on. Dang. We let that group of kids go by, and we slowed down thinking we'd get some peace and quiet. Never going to see any critters with them kids yelling. And then we started catching up to them. We go, dang, we're catching up to the kids. Turns out they stopped to have a snack or a lunch. So we're going to pick the pace up a little bit. Or maybe they'll be quiet with their mouths full of food, and maybe we can sneak up on some more critters. We have seen a couple ground squirrel, snake,
Bunny and a snake.
Bunny rabbit, and a snake. So hopefully we'll see more. All right, here we go. Hey, we like kids. We just don't want to deal with them on hikes when it's nice and quiet out in the wilderness. So maybe on a bear trail, they'd be handy to have out ahead of you. All right, so we come across a spot that says this is the Wiesen Railroad bed. So there was a railway that came through here. There's a trail we came out of. There's number 5 marker up there. We'll take a look at that. And then here's the east-west trail. That's the main trail that we're going to continue on. We're going to go take a look at this sign just for giggles. Yeah, so here we are right here. Number 5 up here at the top. And that brown just says gravel road. So anyway, we're here at 5. We're going to continue on down around this direction, on down here, and eventually back to the parking lot. All right, station number 6, and there's this end of the rabbit trail. So we left the youngsters having lunch over here. I think they were talking about taking rabbit trail. And we continued up to 5, and we're here to 6. Now we just need to continue around again. We got about half of it to go yet. A little over maybe. It really is a nice trail, but it is getting pretty darn warm.
Yeah.
And it's humid. And there's no breeze inside these trees. Yeah, I'm ready for an ice cream cone.
Yeah.
Is there ice cream around the corner? Maybe at number 7 there's an ice cream cone.
Okay, we'll just keep thinking that.
We'll keep hoping for ice cream at number 7. Check it out. I think there's a little squirrel that likes to sit up there and have lunch or dinner. And there really are trails. Now, the main trails that shoot off have names on them, right? So they're like the rabbit trail, the moose trail, squirrel trail. They're all the main trails that are marked, but there's a number of trails that branch off that have no markings. You could really spend some time out here, some days, walking all these trails. So this is a little branch off the main trail. No motor vehicles or even e-bikes on that trail. So the Bangor, let's see, what is it? The North Penjagaawak. I can't say that. Can you say that? Penjagaawak. So just another branch of a trail out here that you can take off on. To see how long it is? I don't see any markings of how long it is, but there you go. Another option for you out here. A Fred Flintstone bench. Well, I wouldn't sit there. A little wet right now. And there's the other side of Moose. So we saw a moose trail over there. And here we are, number 7.
There's moose.
Yeah, so yeah, we saw moose over there. Here's moose. Number 7. And you know what? I don't see an ice cream stand. Somebody said number 7 had an ice cream stand.
Number 7.
Huh?
Lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7, no ice cream. So we have to go down this way and over here. This is really a nice trail though.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I mean, it's hardly any elevation gain or loss. I mean, it's rolly at best. It's hard pack. I think you could do this a day after a rain and never have any issue. It's wide. You can pass people. Not that we've even hardly came across any people other than the herd of kids. But it's a great dog trail. So earlier I said no dogs, but you can have dogs and bicycles. So yeah, it's a really nice trail. We'd highly recommend it at this point. if you're ever in the Bangor area, you like to do the outdoor stuff, this is a great spot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So it's interesting, our whole walk we've never seen mounds like that, right? Mounds of rock.
Oh, look at the rock on the other side.
And then over here too. So what would that be a barrier for? I don't know.
Well, it's a ridge.
It's a ridge. So the whole trail so far, we've never seen anything like that. Did you read anything about that?
No.
Well, if we find out anything about it, we'll pass it on. But I just found that interesting. Huh, cool. Yeah, look at that. As soon as we passed it, it's like it opened up a little bit, the train changed, and the trail changed. So there's some significance to that ridge. I bet you. All right, what's this sign say? We're at number 8. So number 8, this is interesting. So we were going to continue on around, but Diane read that the Arboretum trail, which I'll show you right here. There's a little pond out there. And what did it say it had?
Beavers.
Beavers out there. So we're thinking, how you feeling?
I'm gonna go.
All right, so she feels good. So we're gonna make a little detour, and we're gonna go out to that pond at least and see if we see some beaver.
Not very far.
It's not very far. Here we go. What is that up there? That's a steep trail. That can't go up to the
That's not the
pond. She knows I don't like steep trails. Look up there. Look at that. That's a goat trail up there.
That's not the trail.
That better not be the trail. All right, let's keep on going. All right, I think we're here at the pond and well before that trail. So here's the pond. Look at the cattail. What do we see up here? Oh, that's pretty. Check it out. I don't see any beaver dens or anything. I don't see any remnants of beaver, but it sure is a pretty spot.
They have dragonflies that are only found.
Look up to the corner, see what we see. Oh yeah, this is pretty. I still don't see any signs of beaver whatsoever. But that's okay. It's pretty. I said I wasn't going up that hill, but Diane talked me into it. For the sake of a good picture,
You'll do it.
we'll go up that hill to see if we can't get a nice picture of that pond. So let's go up here. We'll go up a little ways, not very far. All right, we're up just a little ways, but check out the view from up here. Is that beautiful or what? Beautiful?
Peaceful.
Peaceful, yeah. You know, we go on a trail. If we don't know what the trail is, we go on a trail, we say, okay, fine, we've kind of done our distance, let's hike back. And then there's another bend in the trail. Whoa, what's up around that bend? So there's Diane, off she goes, wants to go around that bend, around that bend. There's always one more bend. It's like here. We go, I'm not walking up that hill. So we get looking at the pond, let's go up a little bit higher and get a vantage point. Well, I'll do that. And then she goes, oh, don't you want to know what's on top of that ridge? Well, no, I don't. But what are we doing? We're going up over that ridge. Get up there. Lead the way. Here's the problem with these ridges. It never flattens out. It just keeps on going. You never see the top. Great idea, Diane. Hike up that hill, and what do we see? A stinking road. We could have drove there. Well, now you know. Now we can go back that way. What do you think it is? You think it's a frog? It's no frog. Look at that.
Like a spotted
That's
frog.
Diane thought that was a frog. She was back there in the opening trying to convince me that was a frog. It was just a stump with a lump. Stump with a lump. of those trails you just want to put a trail cam up on, because that's a critter trail right there. Who knows what you'd see coming out of there
Coming to the pond.
later on tonight to get something to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's critters in there. We can crawl in there and take a nap.
Okay.
I think we're getting close to
Civilization.
civilization. We're not very far from the parking lot now. Getting pretty close. Been a nice walk. That's pretty cool too. That tree has latched on to that rock. Wow. That tree does not want to let go of that rock. That will be that way. That tree is not going to just fall over. It has a base. Boy, I'm glad we got here when we did. Now you got school buses and the parking lot looks full. That was a nice walk though. So I bet we got, by the time we did our side tracks, close to 6 miles.
Yeah.
What do you want to do now? Go find ice cream? Let's go find ice cream and
Reward.
think about this trail.
Yeah.
All right, well that was the Bangor Forest Trail System. Did about 6 miles, the best we can figure out. What'd you think of it?
Oh, it was great. Do it again.
Yeah, we'd do it again. So, and you know what? We may take the bikes back there while we're here and go ride some of the other trails. So we'll see how that goes. We got other stuff to do. But if you're in the Bangor area, you like outdoor stuff, highly recommend checking out that trail system. Yeah.
Something forest.
Yeah, something forest. We'll put the name in the title. I'm pretty sure that's pathetic. We just finished walking it. Anyway, we're getting old. All right, that's it. As always, if you enjoyed the video, how about a thumbs up? Hit that subscribe button down below. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. As always, have a great day.
Happy trails.
Happy trails. And we will see you in the next video.